that, you know? I knew it was cool if she hated it. I played it for her in the car. She was like, David, this song is too violent. You're talking about killing people in your music? No, not my son. I was like, wait, I might be onto something. So I dropped it right after that. And it went crazy. TikTok, viral, 1 million views overnight. I was like, oh yeah, we cooking, boy. We cooking, boy. So right at that moment, I was like, my mom has done it again.
I'm not gonna lie, this one's dark. A girl was found lifeless inside a Tesla registered to rising pop star David, and somehow Meek Mill made the whole situation explode with just one post that sent the internet into a frenzy. That single post didn't just spark drama, it cracked open disturbing rumors about what David allegedly did to Celeste at a Hollywood party. And don't even think this is just another celebrity tweet gone wrong, because it's way bigger than that. This wasn't Meek's usual promo joke. This one dragged him right into one of the creepiest stories Hollywood's seen in months. The feds are already circling, trying to figure out just how deep this goes, because once investigators tied Celeste Rivas Hernandez's body to David's Tesla, everything started spiraling out of control. David suddenly transferred all his houses to his mom's name, canceled his entire tour, and then gone. Vanished from the public eye like he never existed. And out of nowhere, Meek Mill jumps online saying, I need his promo for my album. Who do I call? That one line made everyone stop and ask, what was David really doing in Hollywood that's now being called promo? The deeper people dig, the more twisted it sounds. These so-called industry parties are starting to look like something straight out of a nightmare. And this is just the start. Back in September 2025, things took a turn so dark it made fans question what's real and what's just a show. The LAPD pulled up after getting a call about a nasty smell coming from a black Tesla parked in Los Angeles, and what they found inside was chilling. The body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who had been missing for months from Lake Elsinore, California. The car registered to David Anthony Burke, better known to fans as David, the 19-year-old singer behind viral hits like Here With Me. According to TMZ, Celeste's body was already decomposing, meaning she could have been gone for weeks before anyone even noticed. The discovery sent shockwaves through both Hollywood and the internet, and within days, David suddenly canceled the rest of his withered tour and completely disappeared from social media. But it gets even weirder. Just days after the news broke, David made 2 suspicious property transfers. Both of his Houston homes were moved out of his name, one on September 18th and the other on September 22nd, right after a fake swatting call at one of those houses. When police showed up, they found his parents and younger siblings inside, but not David. And here's the part that's driving everyone crazy. When reporters asked LAPD if David was officially a suspect, they said, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause or manner of Ms. Rivas Hernandez's death. No charges, no answers, just questions, and they're only getting darker. Right now, police haven't officially called it a murder, but something definitely went down that night, and David isn't talking. Officials said it's still unclear if there's any criminal responsibility beyond the concealment of the body, which basically means the case is wide open and full of mystery. But things really took a wild turn when Meek Mill stepped in and turned a quiet investigation into a full-blown PR disaster. While detectives were still searching through David's LA rental home, Meek Mill went online and dropped what might be one of the most tone-deaf posts of his entire career. He shared an article about David's property transfers and wrote, I need his promo for my album rollout. Who do I call? Like, seriously. Maybe Meek was just being sarcastic, maybe he didn't know the full story, but fans weren't buying it for a second, because right now David's name is trending for all the wrong reasons. A young girl found dead in his car and whispers of creepy secret parties up in the Hollywood Hills. The internet lit up instantly. People flooded Meek's comments saying things like, bro, this ain't promo, a girl died. And Meek treating death like marketing. Disgusting. The backlash was brutal and it kept growing by the hour, but here's where it gets wild. There's a twist coming that no one saw coming, and it changes how people are looking at Meek's post completely. According to insiders, Meek Mill allegedly knew David through social events hosted by Atlantic Records, the same circles where a lot of shady industry connections get made. A few anonymous producers on now-deleted Reddit threads even claimed that David had been making his rounds at high-profile Hollywood parties thrown by A-list celebrities and label execs. And word is, one of those parties might have been the night Celeste was last seen by his side. That's when things start turning seriously disturbing. Just days after the Tesla discovery, a Reddit thread appeared, later wiped completely, showing blurry Polaroid-style photos that looked like they were taken at a Hollywood Hills mansion. In those photos, you could clearly make out David standing with a small group, including two older industry figures whose faces were partially blurred out. But one frame caught everyone's attention. A young girl with a small tattoo on her side that perfectly matched Celeste's tattoo, the same design and the same spot on her body. And guess what? David had the exact same tattoo, same placement, same font, everything. Fans started connecting the dots, saying these pics look like they came from one of those freak room type after parties, setups allegedly inspired by those wild secretive mansion events linked to big industry names. It sounds unreal, but the timeline lines up too neatly to ignore. Celeste disappeared early in 2024, right before David's Withered album dropped that summer. By fall, he was performing at exclusive private gigs for influencer cliques, allegedly connected to Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio's team and a few Def Jam executives. Then came one of his tracks, a song that had people side-eyeing every lyric like it might be hiding something darker than anyone expected. In one of David's songs, fans caught a chilling line that hit way too close to home. He allegedly raps, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, smell her on my clothes like cigarettes, hear her voice each time I take a breath, I'm obsessed." That lyric alone made people sick to their stomachs, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Right as that song started spreading again online, Meek Mill jumped in, and whether he meant to or not, he poured gasoline on the fire. His post sent streams through the roof, giving that track millions of new plays overnight and dragging David's name even deeper into the spotlight. Then came the money moves that had everyone raising eyebrows. You don't just transfer 2 mansions to your mom's name while there's an active investigation hanging over your head, unless you're scared something's coming. According to TMZ, David made both property transfers immediately after that fake swatting call, and both homes were tied to a family trust connected to his publishing company. Law enforcement insiders have already pointed out that's very unusual behavior for a 19-year-old artist, unless a lawyer told him to protect his assets from possible future lawsuits. It's the kind of move you make when you know trouble's about to hit. And here's another twist. Fans dug up paperwork showing David's Tesla was allegedly leased under a corporate account, meaning other people could have had access to it. But so far, LAPD still hasn't confirmed who was behind the wheel the night Celeste died. And so when Meek Mill called that chaos promo, people couldn't tell if he was mocking the system or secretly trying to warn everyone about it. This is where the story starts to split, and people can't agree on what Meek Mill really meant. Some fans swear his promo comment was pure sarcasm, a jab at how the media profits off tragedy. Others think it was a Freudian slip, exposing exactly how industry PR really operates behind the scenes. And honestly, both theories sound possible. Remember, Meek has always been vocal about the machine. Back in 2021, he publicly called out his label for using controversy to push records. So what if this time he wasn't trolling at all? What if he was trying to show everyone how fast a real tragedy can be turned into clicks, streams, and headlines? But even if that's true, the timing was awful. LAPD had just confirmed that Celeste had likely been dead for weeks before her body was found, and Meek's comment came off as cold. No matter what his intention was, the internet saw it as disrespect and the backlash hit hard. Meanwhile, new insider claims from Hollywood made things look even darker. Sources allege that David had attended 2 private label events over the summer, one supposedly hosted by a major female artist and another by a famous YouTuber. These weren't regular parties either. They were invite-only 18+ events where allegedly underage guests somehow slipped in. If that's true, then Meek's promo post didn't just come off as bad taste. It might have accidentally exposed a hidden world of underage exploitation and silent cover-ups that the industry's been trying to keep buried for years. And once that possibility started trending, panic hit fast. Certain industry names began scrubbing old photos and posts that showed any connection to David or those secretive parties. Within just days of the Tesla story breaking, things started getting real suspicious. Multiple fan pages for David began disappearing without warning, gone overnight like they never existed. TikTok clips with #Celeste hashtags suddenly vanished too, and people started whispering about a quiet cleanup happening behind the scenes. Then came an anonymous post on Reddit, now deleted of course, from someone claiming they'd seen surveillance footage from one of David's rental properties. In that clip, they said Celeste looked unconscious and David looked terrified. The user claimed that the footage was turned over to LAPD under seal, which could explain why the investigation hasn't been officially closed yet. Meanwhile, online detectives found something eerie during David's last live stream before he disappeared. A painting of a girl with angel wings hanging right behind him. Fans can't stop asking whether that was just coincidence or some kind of hidden message, but this is where things start getting dangerous, because if any footage really exists from those secret Hollywood parties and it shows what people fear, it could destroy careers far beyond David's. Even Meek Mill's name being tied to the story has reportedly sent his PR team into panic mode, scrambling to clean things up before more leaks surface. Still, the damage was already done. The phrase Meek Mill promo became a viral meme overnight, popping up in TikToks and tweets mocking how fast celebrity deaths turn into clickbait and marketing fuel. And here's the kicker. Some reporters believe Meek's post didn't just spark outrage, it triggered a full-on PR blackout around David's case, keeping major outlets silent for nearly 2 weeks, while teams tried to get ahead of the chaos. After that wild storm online, something strange happened. Complete silence. No new updates came from LAPD, TMZ, or Complex, and anyone who follows celebrity scandals knows what that usually means. Lawyers are working overtime behind the scenes, locking down leaks and negotiating media control. So while Meek Mill thought his post was just a quick joke, he might have accidentally stepped right into one of Hollywood's most sensitive cleanups in years. Then came a heartbreaking twist. Celeste's mother finally spoke out in a Spanish-language interview, breaking her silence for the first time. She allegedly revealed that Celeste had been in contact with someone using a verified celebrity Discord handle before she vanished. Police are now investigating whether that account truly belonged to David or if someone was pretending to be him online to lure her in. According to her family, Celeste believed she was meeting someone tied to the music industry, someone who promised her opportunities and a possible career, the kind of dream pitch that's trapped so many before. And while no one's been officially charged yet, LA County prosecutors told KTLA-5 that they're keeping all options open. They even hinted that possible charges like negligence or concealment of a body could follow once the autopsy results are finalized. But while Celeste's family grieves and begs for justice, the internet has already moved on to the next trending scandal. The only one still stuck in the fire is Meek Mill, now desperately trying to explain what he really meant and whether he was mocking the chaos or warning everyone about it. Later on, Meek Mill allegedly came forward saying he was just joking about the promo comment, that he never meant any disrespect and didn't even know the full story when he posted it. But by then, the damage was already done. Fans were furious, calling him out for chasing clout off a tragedy, while others defended him, saying his real message was to mock how the industry feeds on chaos. No one really knows which version is true, but one thing's clear. Meek's post accidentally dragged the spotlight back onto a case that Hollywood has been desperately trying to bury. Suddenly, everyone started revisiting everything David ever made, every lyric, every interview, every music video, looking for hidden clues he might have left behind. And the wildest part, some fans believe if any real footage from those secret Hollywood parties ever leaks, Meek's promo line could go down as the post that exposed it all. Right now, David's whereabouts are still unknown. His label hasn't made a single statement, his team's gone silent, and LAPD says the investigation into Celeste's death is still ongoing. Meanwhile, Meek's out here trying to move past it, teasing a new album, posting studio clips, but no matter what he drops, his name keeps getting dragged back into this dark, tangled story. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about music, it's about how fame, silence, and PR spin can twist a tragedy into a marketing strategy, and how one post, one careless moment can blow open everything Hollywood tries to hide. So now I want to hear what you think. Do you believe Meek was just clueless, or was he low-key hinting at something darker? Drop your thoughts down below, hit that like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Because what's coming next might finally reveal who else was really at those parties.